All right, Grog Hill is done. Now we are on to Yardow Fort City. Yardow is a tricky, tricky fight. We have got some speed to deal with, and we've got some fast damage coming up in this battle. It's a tricky one with Rafa and Malik, and we've got ninjas and summoners. All these characters that have given us trouble before, summoners, have been in our hair all the time. Ninjas are going to be moving fast, and they're moving into position to start throwing stuff at us right away. So we've got to be fast, we've got to be smart, and we've got to be lucky. We have a little discussion here between Rafa and Malik, who goes by Exotic Wizard. Exotic Wizard. This is the chapter 3 is kind of the Rafa and Malik saga. On our way to Ryavane's castle, we've got Rafa and Malik drama all the way. There's another ninja and another summoner. And here we come rolling in. And Rafa wants some help. Well, Rafa, we are going to do our very best. She's got to stay alive. So we've got to keep her healthy when she's not always making the smartest decisions, and when she is in range of thrown stuff right away. Now, other times that I rolled this battle up, sometimes those ninjas have bigger stuff to throw at her, so she was going down almost right away, like that. So if both of those ninjas are throwing knives and swords and platinum swords and things, I was seeing some ninjas throw around at us. She was going down right away. Here she's going to cast her Heaven Thunder and get out of the way a little bit. I wish she had gotten out of the way a little bit farther, because all these guys are moving faster than we are. And Malik has got her targeted, and this could be another reset right here. Luckily, you're watching this on YouTube, so you know that this was a successful run of the battle, because I would not put a bunch of failed attempts on YouTube. That stuff belongs on Twitch, right? that belongs on a live stream. So now we are looking at getting all of our turns. Our ninjas are lined up nicely. I wish we had some area of effect damage that we could use on those guys. That would be nice, because ninjas, not having a ton of hit points, are able to go down after a couple of hits. I'm able to hit Malik while he's charging to get a little bonus to damage that way. And there's a risk in coming forward too quickly because you're in range of the summoners right away. You're in range of the ninjas throwing stuff at you right away. And if the ninjas can run up to you, they can hit you with their double attacks. So I'm trying to balance getting the damage poured on while also staying alive. And seeing if I can get the summoners charging something and have me attack them a little bit. But unfortunately, those summons have such short charge times that it becomes rather difficult. Shiva, often fires right away. So here comes Heaven Thunder. Very random attack. Okay, so 3 attacks. We got 2 hits. 3 hits. 3 out of 5 hit, which is nice. Malik has 1 out of 5 hit, and luckily it did very little damage to Rafa. The first summoner is going to use her action to cast Moogle. The second summoner is also going to use her first action to cast Moogle. It delays them around, which is fine. The damage they're healing is really just what Malik did with 1 Heaven Thunder, so I will take that trade of having 2 summoner actions gobbled up with by Rafa's Heaven Thunder. Boy, you certainly could be worse. Could be worse there. So the ninjas are going to be close to full health again. And again, going after Rafa, who somehow dodges what would have been a lethal attack there from the Magic Shuriken. That would have been game over right there, with very little that I could do. And that's how some of these battles went. That's how some of these battles just went. And I can see that I have a 0% chance of hitting that other ninja back there. So I know that this attack is going to be one that is a straight line. And it's going to hit that ninja in the doorway. Because of where we were. Agrias can also move into position there. And she can actually target him from where she's standing. She can actually hit him with her bow right away. And again, you can see the damage quite low there. I mentioned this in another video where my female archers are starting to get outclassed, and that water ball just straight up missed. The first one was guarded. That one just a miss, just a straight up miss. And Agrias dodges the sword, gets hit by the flail, rolls on the very low side of the flail damage. So, as I mentioned before, you've got to be smart and you've got to be lucky. And so far, I have been pretty lucky with this battle. One with Rafa dodging. Well, first Ninja's not all throwing high-level stuff. Ninja's trying to throw the elemental balls that do a lot less damage than like the Aura Halcyon or Platinum Swords, which I saw. So them choosing to go for the weaker stuff. Here's Rafa is going to blow up all of our guys with her thunder. I like the ninja here has some questions for Malak. It's not often you see unnamed characters, I guess. They're not really NPCs, but they're unnamed generic units speak. And you notice that the dialogue boxes did not actually use that ninja's randomly assigned name. It just used whatever mysterious ninja or whatever it is. Okay, so going for the kill shot here. And that ninja's down. Here comes Ashura or Heaven Thunder. You know, I got Ramza out of the way. Luckily, that just kind of falls helpless. Agrias gets hit with Hell Thunder, and she gets 2 out of it, which is icky. 3 out of it. So Agrias takes 96 damage from that. She did get lucky on the ninja attack, missing on the sword and then rolling very low on the flail hit. So Agrias, finally her luck seems to have run out, and she's going to go after this ninja. So we have our characters all grouped up at the back, which is going to be a concern when it comes time for summoner action. So I'm deciding what to do with this character here. Can we move forward and draw the summoner's attention? Do we stay back and try to pull the summoners forward and see if we can keep some of our characters out of harm's way? As you can see, I went for drawing back a little bit there. Trying to take this ninja out. If I can get him all the way down, then we'll just have those summoners to worry about. And I'd like to be able to start popping them while they're charging. Again, that's always just the hope or the goal. We'll see if we can make that happen. 3 ninjas are down. All of our characters are still alive. So this is set up well so far. We have one summon is going to go after one character. That's all she could get. That's all she could get. The other summoner could not. So I was rather successful in drawing them forward. They came forward about as far as they can come. That whole area is going to be targeted with that summon. And now I'm checking to see what's going on with it. So Shiva is going to fire, like, now. Shiva is just going to fire right now. And I'm just going to get her... I'd like to get her out of the way and then up top where she can start firing. But I like to wait with her to get her a turn faster. The Shiva is going to fire off. It is going to hit. And these summoners haven't really taken any damage yet, so we need to be careful with that. They're not going to be moogling each other until we start doing some damage. I'm hoping Rafa just retreats, which she does. So she is 1 hit from death, likely, although she's been doing a good job dodging everything. So Hell Thunder is coming from Malak. Looking to see how close we can get. I think I have enough jump to get to the top of that wall from all of my characters. I think I have it from everybody. But I want to keep Ramza line of sight on Malik so he can attack. And Malik, unfortunately, does not run when he gets to critical. I moved Ramza into harm's way right there, hoping for good luck. He does get a speed save out of it for a rather low damage attack. And then he does retreat. So it's interesting what happened there. I'm not quite sure how that worked because he got into critical health. And then, presumably, some time passed. He was charging a spell, I guess. Maybe charging a spell will preempt the critical check. I'm not sure. Because that was my plan with Ramza, to move him up, get him into critical, get him to teleport away before the charge fired. But maybe that is not something that works. Maybe the charge overrides that. I'm not sure about that mechanic. So now we've got all of our characters up and 2 summoners left. Things are looking good. Likely we're not going to end with everybody on their feet, but if I can get some damage on these summoners, they're going to start moogling themselves instead of going offensive. So now the thought is I'm trying to see if I should get that one as far down as I can, or should I spread the damage out between the 2 of them to see if both of them can be casting Moogle on each other? That's the thought. That's what's going on with this now. I'm trying to move everyone into position where we're still spread out to not all go down to a Shiva, so that we can keep some characters alive when those summoners get their actions and start throwing Shivas around. But now this one who's weak, she's going to go for a heal. And she actually has white magic. She's going to go for a Cure 2, which is kind of fun. And you can see Ramza can get all the way up there on top. He has a huge height advantage now. Ramza is going to be able to pop them from just about anywhere. And he's moving. He knows she's only 6 tiles away. I can get her out there. It's Cure. Sorry, not Cure 2. It's just regular Cure. And deciding, where do I go with this? Do I knock that other one was just about to get a turn? Jolene is just about to get a turn. Do I knock her into about half health range, or do I take this one out who's got a Cure charging on herself? I do elect to take out the one charging the Cure on herself. I was curious she didn't go for Moogle there, but I guess I didn't check her MP. Now this one does a very interesting move. She revives the ninja. And that ninja is in an awkward spot in that doorway. So I'm going to get into position with Christy here. Christy will use an action to take out the knight. Again, I would much prefer that action than her casting a summon, because all that costs me is 1 action. If she casts a summon, that's likely going to take somebody out or get them close to death. So I will take her reviving ninjas all day. I will take using 1 action on a ninja and then having the rest of the actions saved for our summoner here. And as you can see, Agrius can arc that shot right over Ramza's head. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Rafa is hanging back. I wish I could communicate to Rafa. Just sit back. Just relax. And he does not have the jump to get up. He doesn't have the jump to get up there. So I'm trying to get him into some kind of position where he can do something, but as of where he is, he can't do anything right there. He has enough line of sight to get his arrow over. And Ramza cannot quite get to her from where his perch is, so he is going to have to move and use an action to take that summoner out. And I believe he has enough damage to do it right away, and he certainly does. And that is the Yardow Fort City. So you got to be smart and you got to be lucky. And that was the case there, especially with Rafa dodging that ninja damage in the opening foray. So on we go towards Rylvain's castle.